Hey guys, it's Jake here again and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm so excited because I will be boxing my Balikbayan box. So for those of you who do not know what a Balikbayan box is, Balikbayan is a Filipino word composed of two words. First one is balik, which means return, and bayan, which means country. So literally a Balikbayan box is a return to country box. When I was still back in the Philippines working as a nurse, I'd always look forward to every Christmas because my aunt who is living in Canada usually sends a Balikbayan box, and it would get me so excited just trying to guess what gift or what chocolate or what special something from Canada is gonna arrive, and I'll be able to open and cherish during Christmas Day. So now that I'm here in the United Kingdom, it is my turn to send that kind of box for my family back in the Philippines. Now mind you, it is not mandatory for all Filipinos to send a Balikbayan box. It is our way of saying I miss you or I love you to our family members back home. So most times of the year, except for our holiday or vacation times, we are away from home. So we miss a lot of important family events. For those who have children, miss their graduations or miss their awarding ceremonies. So this is our way of saying that even if we are not there in the country, we are doing this for you, we love you, and this is how we show that we miss you and we love you. So we send this Balikbayan box that contains all sorts of gifts and food and nice things which can really get you excited. The Balikbayan box is also a way of sharing our blessings, especially to those people, whether it's friends, relatives, who may not be as fortunate or as lucky as we are to be able to work abroad. So it is always better to give than to receive. So we usually put a bit of extra, whether it's clothes or food or chocolates. Even the smallest things can make someone really happy back in the Philippines. And a third reason why someone would send a Balikbayan box is in order to send all their items, even gadgets or whatever item that is no longer being used abroad but may be useful back in the Philippines. Or for example, you've bought a condo back in the Philippines and you're just slowly picking up and buying things that you see, oh, this would look nice in my condo or my new home. So then you would put it in that box to send it in preparation of that day when you will be designing your own property or designing your current home even. Now you can already see behind me some of the things that I will put in my Balikbayan box, which will travel by ship for 3 months and will arrive just in time for Christmas. Now that's why I always put as a deadline August as the last month where I send the boxes, because it will take at least 3 months to get there. So it will arrive just in time for Christmas, and if it is delayed, then it will arrive during the new year. But before I show you what specific items I will put in this year's Balikbayan box, let me show you how I secure the box so that it is safe and it has no risk of being damaged or opened in transit. Okay, so let's get this box ready. Okay, so the first thing I do is usually I turn the box upside down. Got my duct tape. So I usually rub the tape down so that it sticks properly to the box. Sometimes it can easily peel away, so I rub it. So this is what I've done so far. I've secured the middle bit that opens with 3 lines of duct tape. Then I will secure the sides. I find it easier to rub it with the scissor. Okay, so this is how it looks like now, but we know when it's turned back to the right position and this is dragged on the floor, it can still peel. So I'm gonna put a clear tape over it so that it will just slide on the floor. So before, I used to cover the whole box with duct tape, but with the current courier I'm using, or the current delivery company I'm using, they put this like sort of metal ties all around the box, so there's no chance of it, breaking or opening in the middle of transit. So I'm very happy about that, so I don't really have to fully wrap the whole box with tape. Alright, there you are. So that's good. Now there's one more thing. So this side of the box is where the ends of the cardboard meet and they are stapled. If you put a lot of things in your box, it can split them open. So I usually put duct tape on the side as well here. Okay, so it's all ready now. The next thing that I will do is to write the details, the delivery details on the side of the box before you fill it, because if the box is too low, you're gonna have to stoop real low in order to write the details. So before it gets very heavy, you write the details first. Okay? No copying. Now that the box is ready, I'm going to be filling this box with different items. So let me tell you what I usually put in my Balikbayan box. The first category of items that I put inside my Balikbayan box is of course food. I usually buy food which are a bit expensive if you buy them in the Philippines, or they cannot easily be found in supermarkets or in stores in the Philippines. One of the mainstay things that I put in terms of food, which my mom really likes and also my other relatives like, are nuts. So I put things like cashew nuts, I've got pecan nuts, I also got almonds, I also put Brazil nuts, and if you want to give other relatives just a mixture of all of that, then you can buy this mixed nuts. This is from Lidl. Next, I also put sweets like cookies and biscuits. So for example, we've got this different types of cookies here, which are like triple chocolate cookies, got hazelnut cookies, we also got white chocolate, raspberry, and all of the types of cookies. There's a lot of types that you can find in supermarkets here in the UK, which I'm sure your family will like, and I know my family likes. Like, they all fight for this stuff, so this is really a good thing to send. I also send lots of types of biscuits. Like before, when my grandfather was still alive, he liked the custard creams, the bourbon creams, and the rich tea biscuit. And then my aunt and my smaller cousins who are still in grade school or elementary and high school liked also the digestives. So I've got the dark chocolate and the milk chocolate digestives. I also include like shortbread fingers, Jaffa cakes, all types of biscuits which we do not have in the Philippines but are actually very nice. My favorite amongst them all is the dark chocolate digestives. In my first few months here in the UK, I used to buy a lot of dark chocolate digestives from the 99p store, which is already closed now. It's only the Poundland that's available now. But yeah, I eat it as a snack. Usually I put it in my bag, so wherever I am when I'm traveling, going, shopping, or I don't know, wherever I'm going or traveling and I'm hungry, then I just take a bite of the dark chocolate digestives and that solves the problem. So that's my go-to snack before the digestives. Now the most important sweet, which is the Filipino favorite, are of course chocolates. So before I used to buy like big tubs of celebrations, which include this is a sample of celebrations. So it includes Mars bar, the Galaxy Caramel, the Bounty, which has a coconut in it, so that is one of my favorites as well. You've got Snickers, Maltesers, Twix, and Milky Way chocolate. So this is the mix that I like because it's all branded chocolates. There's also the Quality Street, which is just a Nestle brand or different assortment of chocolates, which are not the usual ones that we know. And there's also another one, the Cadbury Rose. Basically, it's Cadbury chocolate with different fillings in it, but this is my favorite celebrations. So every time I send a box since my first year here, I tried to change it every single time. Like on my first year, I sent tubs of celebrations, and then the next year I sent Cadbury Roses, and then the third year I sent like big bars of Toblerone. Every adult in my family needs to have one bar of Toblerone at that time, and the children had theirs as well. What else? Last year, before the pandemic, I sent two big packs of Maltesers. So everyone in my family, whether it's adult or children, had their own box of Maltesers chocolates. Also, my first year, besides the celebrations chocolates, I also bought these special chocolates with nuts, with hazelnuts, from Aldi and Lidl, which tastes so good. Actually, it was my favorite when I first tasted it. I mean, that's the only chocolate with peanuts that I eat here in the UK, and it is so nice. Lidl and Aldi have the same assortment. They just look different. They have different brands, but they taste the same. But either way, they are affordable but also taste very nice, and you definitely can afford buying one chocolate for each member of your family. So I remember 2 years back, I used like a not a glass case, but a plastic case, and it was just all filled with that type of chocolate, and everyone was so happy because it's so nice. It's from abroad. Everyone appreciates that, and yeah, that's the important thing. Make them happy, make them taste what we've tasted here in this foreign country, so they can also feel it. I used to send food like oatmeal, Weetabix, different kinds of breakfast cereals, and at one time I also bought these packs of Kellogg's assortment of cereals, and my cousins who are still young really liked it. So that's a very good idea for you guys as well. Sometimes I also put in fancy stuff like jams of different flavors, anything really that I find in the supermarket which I think looks or tastes nice. And very important as well, you've got to check the expiry date of the food that you are buying, because remember, it will take 3 months at least before it gets to the Philippines. So make sure that the expiry date is at least 6 months or a year from the time that you bought it. Okay? Now, besides food and chocolates, which is also food, I also buy non-food items, especially for my younger cousins and my nephew now, so I buy things like stuffed toy. This year I bought this one. This is the Lint Easter egg bunny. So I won't say who it is who's getting this, but this is one of the things I'm gonna send. In the past years, I've bought like storybooks, coloring books, toy cars. It has sort of become a tradition as well for me to send some sort of shirt or a top that I give to every single adult in my family. So that's why sometimes if we wear them together at the same time, it looks like we're in uniform. So for this year, let me show you the type of shirt that I'm giving my family members. Now these shirts that I'm gonna show you, these are the affordable ones, which I will ask them to wear when we have an outing where we stay in a rented villa or if we go to the beach. So, but there are also some more expensive items which I will be giving to some specific people, but I won't show it in this video. So, first of all, this year, the male members of my family will get ding, ding, ding. Let me hide the price. We'll get a London shirt. If you know where this is from, don't tell anyone. So all the men in my family this year will get a London shirt. Okay. And then all the ladies will be getting this nice yellow thankful shirt. So, with this year of, more than a year of pandemic, for those of us who are still alive and healthy and have jobs and have family, we should really be thankful for that and, use our time wisely and just enjoy the company of our family, of our friends. And I think that this shirt really is fitting for this time. So be thankful. Okay. I was also going around the shops and I saw this very nice sort of like a dressy type of top, which I hope is going to fit my mom. So Mama, this is for you. Look, this is a nice shirt, sort of. I know you like this frilly type of sleeve, and the material is very light and very good as well. So, yeah, this is coming for you, Mama. The next type of item I put in my box sometimes are gadgets, but I don't do it a lot because so when these boxes are collected and put in the container van, during transit they can be, tossed around. Sometimes they can literally be tossed from one person to the next in order to load them up into trucks once they've reached the country. So there's always a big chance of gadgets getting broken, glass, especially those glass screens for phones, or if you send a TV as well, the screen can crack during transit. So I really discourage that as well. It's better to buy these big fragile electronic gadgets when you get home rather than risk them being destroyed and you lose all your money. Okay, so that's a better approach, unless it's like a very specific game or cell phone which you cannot find back in our country. Sometimes as I go around and shop for all of these things that I'm going to buy, I find these random items which I just go and, oh, I like this one. I'm gonna buy this for this person, or I just want to buy them and just give them to my, younger cousins. So one of the things I found is this one, which is actually very affordable but it is a proper die-cast model of a London bus. And if you are still watching this video at this time and you are back in the Philippines, then you've got a chance to win one of these. In order to win this die-cast London bus and a chocolate, a surprise chocolate, all you need to do is to press like on this video, then add a comment down below, any comment with the hashtag JakeUKRN, take a screenshot of the like and your comment, and send it to me through my Facebook page, JakeUKRN. Winners will be drawn after 2 weeks and will be announced in my Facebook page, so make sure you also like and follow my Facebook page, that is JakeUKRN. The next set of items that I put in my Balikbayan box are the cosmetic stuff like shampoo, we've got perfume, lotion, and all of that stuff. This is especially for the female members of my family, like my aunts, my mom, my grandmother as well. So it depends on the season when I'm sending the box. If I manage to find a sales, at one point I did manage to find a sale in Victoria's Secret about a few years ago, and so every one of them had a little well, I didn't buy the very big one because it's a bit expensive, but they did get a Victoria's Secret perfume. Unfortunately, this year, guys, I won't be sending expensive perfumes, but I will find something else to send to you, so don't worry. But I still haven't bought it yet, because after this video I'm gonna see how much space I have, then I'm gonna fill it with anything that I find, and hopefully some of it will be perfume or lotions. The last category of items that I put in my Balikbayan box are my used items. Now, this is something that I'm not embarrassed about. A lot of people do it, especially Filipinos. So literally these are hand-me-downs, but remember, these are hand-me-downs but new from the UK or, you know, from other countries. And if we don't use it anymore, then what's the point of it, you know, being kept in our cupboards? So we usually send them back to the Philippines where another member of the family can use it. So this year I'm gonna be sending back my did you see that? Well, I'm not gonna say it out loud, so I'm gonna send that with loads of different games as well. So I wonder who's gonna get it. Well, we'll just have to wait for 3 months before you know who you are, who's gonna receive this game box, some sort of game box. Ooh, I forgot to tell you guys as well, besides the shirt, I also give a uniform item. So the last time I went home, it was backpacks. They're uniform in terms of design, but of different colors. So this year, I'm not sending backpacks, but I am sending, wait for it, this one, sort of like a gym bag slash beach bags for everyone. So when I go home next year, I'm gonna expect all of my family members to use this bag when we go to the beach. So everyone will have a different color of this Lonsdale London carry bag. Now, while I was scrolling through these different colors of that Lonsdale gym bag, I also found this item which was very nice, and I just decided to buy it for my cousin Liz Ray. If you are watching, this is for you, coming soon for when you go to school. Look, ding, 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 ding. Look, it's a unicorn bag. I know you love unicorns. Look, this is your unicorn bag, and it's got a waterproof material as well, and it's got a matching pencil case So that's for you. Okay, so those are the things that I usually put in my Balikbayan box. Now for tips on packing these items in the box, for all your liquids like shampoos, body wash, perfume, make sure that you tape the lid so that it doesn't spill. It happened to me before. The body wash was all over the box. So make sure you tape them. And if you think that the bottle is flimsy, then wrap them up in plastic as well. So even if the tape doesn't work and it still spills, then it is still inside the bag. So it doesn't damage the other items in the box. Tip number 2 is put the fragile items, your breakables, in a box or sort of like a plastic container that even if there's weight or pressure on top of it, which can happen because remember these boxes are gonna be stacked in the container van, so there can be a lot of weight from the top, and if your box is at the bottom, that's gonna be weighing down on that item, and you don't want your breakables or your fragile items to be broken when it arrives to your home. Number 3, it's best to group similar items together. So for example, you separate the food from the cosmetics, shampoos, and all that. So if something breaks or something spills, then your food will not be contaminated. Tip number 4, in order to absorb the pressure or the shock when the box gets tossed around, you can put a layer of padding. It can be like a blanket, a towel, or those clothes that you've bought for your family. Put them at the bottom layer and at the top layer of the box so that it absorbs the shock or the pressure and preventing damage to other items in the middle of the box. Tip number 5, if you do decide things like cell phone and other gadgets, make sure you bubble wrap them and then put this bubble wrapped item in another container, like sort of a box or a plastic food container, so that it doesn't break. Lastly, tip number 6, do not overfill your box. I've seen some boxes when my previous boxes were collected. I saw them on the truck as they were loading my box. Like from this end, it's already overflowing and they just put like a paper wrap over it. That's not really good because number 1, I know the weight doesn't matter as long as you're able to close the box. But number 1, that's only gonna increase the risk of the box opening and damaging your items or losing your items. And also number 2, it's not gonna maintain the leveling of the boxes when they are inside the container van. So if yours is not like a proper horizontal level, then it will put more pressure on the items you've put on top. So instead of saving money by putting a lot of items, you might actually have damaged items and then you lose from that point. And that's it for today's video, guys. If you skipped some parts, you might have not seen the part where I tell you you're gonna win something and I'm gonna send it to your home. So have a look again where that is and follow the mechanics so that you can win something. And if you like this video, then please do give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep your notification bell on so that you will know when my next video is out for you to watch. And thank you so much for all of my 3,000 subscribers. I am so happy and honored that you have decided to subscribe to my channel, and I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I will continue to produce good videos for you guys. So without further ado, because I still have to finish filling up my box, I will see you next time, guys, and I hope you have a good day. Bye bye.